Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. I was down here doing some blind bale shooting, and I had a thought to do a real quick video on draw weight, how much is appropriate, what's overkill, what's too little, and I'd just like to share those thoughts with you today. So in my opinion, I would go no lower than 35 pounds for a compound bow for draw weight. Shooting at least a 400 grain arrow, I think that's perfectly adequate to kill anything in the North American continent. But it also comes down to, are you shooting a binary cam system like this Hoyt cam and a half, or are you shooting a single cam system? Depending on how you are and your own physical strength, if you're shooting a single cam bow, I personally have found you can get away with a little bit more poundage. It's just a smoother draw cycle. This Hoyt here shoots a fuel cam, which is their fuel cam. It's actually a little bit more aggressive. So not only is it a dual cam, but it's an aggressive dual cam. So if you're not used to a stiffer draw cycle, or if you're not used to shooting a little bit upper poundage, you might want to be wary of that. You might want to go with a little bit of a lower poundage. But I just like to show you a real quick test that I always do when it comes to bow, and I always tell people to do when they buy a bow or when they're thinking about buying a bow, and how they should assess their ability to handle that draw weight with that particular weapon. I'm blind bale shooting down here in my basement. Get yourself an arrow. I personally, as a rule of thumb for me, and it's a lot of rules for a lot of other people, I never draw back a bow with my fingers, and I more importantly never do it without an arrow. So I never pick up a bow in store and pull back. Don't think that that's an indicator of how you're going to draw it, because for instance, I'm drawing with the release. I'm going to hunt with a release. I'm going to shoot with a release. So I'm going to pull back the bow like I actually pull it back to shoot it, and since I'm doing that, might as well have an arrow and might as well shoot it. So my rule of thumb when it comes to setting up and shooting the appropriate poundage is if I can hold that bow out with a stiff arm, okay, and it's level with my shoulder, okay, and then I just draw that bow back to my face, or better yet, across my chest, without any extra effort or any extra nonsense of torquing the bow this way, down this way, or up or to the side, whatever, then I know it's a good poundage. So I have the bow straight up. I'm going to pull this right across my chest, right across the Browning logo on my hoodie. I'm just going to right there. That's all it went. Now I can go up and anchor and squeeze the trigger. Pardon my daughter, she's down here. She's going on 5 months. We're discovering our hands and that we can grab things. Using my release, doing everything, arms straight on. Now I would never draw my bow back like this naturally. I would always have a little bit of bend. I'm going to push and pull at the same time, but that's not the case here, so I'm going to straighten it out. I'm going to draw this bow right across my chest. Notice I don't even have to gasp for breath or anything weird like that when I drew it back while it's still talking. So I hope you enjoyed that. I apologize for my daughter grunting there in the background. We're still finding a plastic cup over here along with our hands, but I hope you enjoy God's beautiful creation. I hope you have the ability to go out and shoot your bow, enjoy the sport of archery, and we'll see you next time.